From the 1011 Now Alert Center, this is Morning Pulse, sponsored by Murray Roofing.
Alrighty, let's start our Tuesday off again one more time. Thank you for joining me for our Morning Pulse this Tuesday morning for December 30th. If you're here earlier with us for that first push, we had a black bar covering half of the screen, so we wanted to make sure that we restart the whole program, just make sure we get you your morning headlines nice and orderly. But first, starting off, in case you missed the question of the day in 1011 this morning, from start to finish, the average cost to do this last year was $580. What is it? The answer was attend a wedding. Now, if you'd like to participate in this, we have this running every single morning, and you can participate on our 1011 Now Facebook page by seeing the question of the day and putting your guess in the comments below. We're now going to toss things over to our first story this morning on the national headline side. U.S. military conducted another strike yesterday targeting a suspected drug trafficking boat in the Eastern Pacific Ocean. U.S. Southern Command says the attack killed 2 people. The Defense Department has carried out more than 24 airstrikes since the operation began in September. At least 107 people have died, and the Trump administration says it is targeting narco-terrorists who smuggle drugs into the United States. Getting a little closer into the local headlines this morning, Nebraska will be getting more than $218 million to transform rural health programs for the Trump administration. It's part of a $50 billion investment in rural health care wrapped into President Trump's big, beautiful bill. Half of the total $50 billion is split evenly between several states. The other half is determined through a point system, granting states extra points if they agree to implement Trump administration policies. Nebraska Governor Jim Pillen voicing his support, writing in a statement, quote, "President Trump's commitment to rural economic revitalization is real. Today's announcement is proof." Also adding, "On behalf of all Nebraskans, I am grateful for this partnership and support." Your third story, yesterday, we learned that the Nebraska LTC pharmacy abruptly closed its doors, leaving some patients troubled over where to get their prescriptions. We discovered the pharmacy's owner and lead pharmacist, Shannon Hammerschmidt, had been put on a probationary license last year for practicing while impaired and practicing without a license, according to documents from DHHS. The DHHS website also shows her probationary license was then placed on inactive status in November of last year and is set to expire entirely this Thursday, January 1st. Pharmacy near 40th and Normal Boulevard has put up this note on its door saying they're not open to dispense medications.
I was told I would get my Friday delivery to start my cycle, which was started on a Friday. I was told I would get them, so I'm sitting here the day after Christmas waiting, and they just didn't show up. I just assumed that I didn't get mine. I didn't realize what was actually happening.
This family says while they were lucky to get the medications they need at a different pharmacy and they want others to be aware of the situation, we've called back, emailed, and visited the Nebraska LTC pharmacy but have not heard back. But be sure to stick with us at 1011 Now, as this is a developing story and we hope to learn more. Your fourth story now to an update. We brought you as breaking news yesterday morning. Lincoln Fire and Rescue was on defense for hours in the frigid cold Monday, battling an apartment fire. Now the building is considered a total loss. The American Red Cross has opened a shelter at Lincoln High School for people displaced by the fire. LFR was called to the area of 12th and G Streets, and once on scene, LFR said they could see flames coming through the roof of that 4-story building. Adding, the roof of the building partially collapsed as they worked to fight the blaze from above. We were able to talk to someone who saw it all happen.
While I was waiting for them, it took them like 5 to 10 minutes, so I didn't really know what to do, so I kind of just slammed on my horn, trying to get people to come outside. A few people came out, but I didn't see much until after the fire department got here. I wish that I could have got inside, but they say not to run in, so I was like, I didn't really know what to do other than honk my horn.
LFR said the fire started in the attic roof space, but officials haven't determined the actual cause or total damage from this. Fire also hit a transformer, knocking out power at one point for 10th to 12th Streets and G to H Streets, affecting businesses such as Cultiva Downtown and Da Vinci's. The Red Cross will continue to work with residents affected for the weeks ahead. Shifting gears over to football for your fifth story this morning, Nebraska is entering their fifth day in Sin City as prep continues for the Las Vegas Bowl on New Year's Eve. Huskers know big plays will be key to beating Utah, and Kenneth Williams could be a difference maker. 10-11's Kevin Suits caught up with the Lincoln High alum. He starred as a return specialist this season, but he's getting the opportunity at running back in this bowl game. Williams says the experience has been wonderful visiting Vegas, but the Huskers remain focused.
Always come out here to enjoy yourself, but keep the main thing the main thing. We still got a bowl game to take care of, and we just keep it at that.
In case you didn't already know, Las Vegas Bowl is on New Year's Eve at 2:30 p.m. our time, Central Time. And wrapping things up with your final story, a heartwarming one, making a 2-year commitment at 9 years old takes a lot of dedication, but Chase Welch has a very good motivator. Chase competes in Ninja Warrior in Omaha. After his grandma, Mary Lynn, survived breast cancer, he started going by the name Breast Cancer Warrior. Now at 11 years old, after spending 2 years growing his hair out, he cut it to be donated.
Whenever I kind of end off when I tell my growing my hair out story, I'm like, just be a good person, and you don't have to grow your hair out or donate. Just maybe go help somebody, maybe go volunteer or something like that. I kind of come from a big family of people that are just trying to put the good out in the world.
And you want to do that?
Last weekend, Chase cut his hair along with his mom, who was also growing her hair out. He said he's not sure if he'll grow it out again, but will definitely keep his name, Breast Cancer Warrior, as he competes. Again, just a very nice effort from such a young man. That's going to be your morning pulse for this Tuesday morning. Again, sorry for the technical difficulties earlier, but we're going to throw up our 7-day forecast before throwing over to Brandon Rector with more.
Good Tuesday morning, meteorologist Brandon Rector with you in the 10-11 Severe Weather Center. Let's take a look at our forecast for today. We'll have some variable cloudiness. Could be mostly sunny at times, other times partly cloudy or even mostly cloudy. I think on average for today, we're going to be partly cloudy. Winds out of the west, southwest, and northwest at around 5 to 15 miles per hour. It should be mostly clear for much of the area tonight. Temperatures at noon will range from the mid-30s to the upper 40s. By 4, we're warmer than what we had yesterday, as we'll be in the low 40s to low 50s. And then at 8 this evening, temperatures should be in the 30s. In Lincoln for today, we're going to warm up from the upper teens early this morning to the upper 40s this afternoon. Much warmer than yesterday and well above average for this time of the year.
You've been listening to 10-11's Morning Pulse, sponsored by Murray Roofing. Watch, listen, stream on the 10-11 Now app, on YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts.